Your luck today is terrible. What a message to come back to after not playing Yakuza for like weeks. I'm hyped up. I'm specifically got a specific window. I think I can get 4 episodes done if I do them all back to back and don't take any breaks, and then I can get a little more caught up on my schedule, and everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna work out. It's all gonna work out. Your luck today is terrible. Fuck you. I hate you, game. All right. 11 out of 50. So I'm missing 4. Oh yeah, I remember this. I counted them all last time because I was curious about the number, and the check mark still counts even though I failed the quest. Instantly failed a quest. Fuck. Sorry. Instantly failed quests are frustrating as the thing that they added. I think they very specifically removed them by the time you got to Yakuza 0, so they might have. That might be one of the last ones. That said, I don't remember. I've got vague mixed memories about whether or not they might have added them back in Judgment. I don't know. I like the idea of quests having choices to lead different outcomes, but not so much like, here's a weird minigame you've never seen before, you have 2 seconds to get it right. Oh, you failed. You lose. Like, if you're gonna do that, it just seems like common courtesy to give me a retry button instead of being like, oh, when did you last save? Go load, do all the dialogue again, run all the way back here, and see if you can do the minigame this time. I'm like, by the time you get to that, I'm like, I guess I failed that quest, bye. That's just canon now. Did I see a glitter? Yes. Old maps. Ooh. Oh, it paused for a while, so I thought I might have, like, completoed. I don't think I'm going to complete that. But I will grab them when I see them. I go up here. Down here. Alright, back to the story. This other story. The story that eventually leads to Kamurocho. So far, Saejima is the king of irrelevance to the main plot storyline. I feel like almost none of this will actually wrap back around to the narrative of the game. I'll try the ambitious place first. Word is Kitakata members go there a lot. Okay, so we're trying to deal with that. Welcome. How do I get into the casino? I don't know what you mean. This is a bar. Yeah, should have figured you'd want a tip. How much? I really have no idea what you're talking about. There's no gambling here. If it's a drink you want, I can do that. Some say every glass of vodka is a gamble. I could do that. We are a bar, you know. He's not biting. What's up with this? He has never had a single piece of subtlety in his entire body. I thought Kiryu was a rock, but Saejima is a rock. Like, he just barges into situations and doesn't even begin to consider the idea, like, what the etiquette or situation might be, or even that there might be, like, it might, you know, slightly hide the fact that they are an illicit group. I'm sorry, sir. This area is closed to the public. Ah, an entire guard posed at a weird door in a bar. What could it mean? Say, there. If you have the time, how about a game of billiards? No. I already played that game this playthrough. It'll take like 20 minutes. And it won't be story progress. This shady man going to talk to me on the way out? Oh yeah, no, this is mandatory. Evening. Uh-huh. Hey, do you shoot pool? I'm so tired of playing the regulars here. Can I challenge you to a match? Sorry, not now. Don't you want to know how to get into the casino? Who are ya? That's not important. But come on, how about it? If you win, I'll tell you how to get in. Or if you're not much of a pool player, well, I've already said too much. Why don't you forget we ever talked, and I'll let you settle my bar tab today. 50 grand. I will pay 50 grand to not play pool again. Why not? I don't know what to do with this money. Don't Don't got time to play. Here, how's this? We already didn't we already play pool in the weird imagination land part of the playthrough, I think? So I don't need to do that again. Disappointing. Well, I'll just drown my sorrows in alcohol then. Tell me about the casino. You promised. Yeah, okay. So the club had to change its system after the police cracked down on it. Now you have to have a pass to get in. Okay. Where do I get one? That, I don't know. Kitakata might, though. Who's that? He's this homeless guy. He's really old. An old homeless guy knows. Real classy place. This casino's gotta... Real classy place this casino's gotta be. Have any idea where this guy is? Nah, but I mean... Wouldn't he go somewhere he'd be sheltered? That's what I would do. Heck. You mean somewhere with a roof? I doubt he'd be allowed to loiter in stores. Come to think of it, there was that covered shopping area in Tsukimino. He'd be sheltered without having to go inside the stores there. Okay, I'm gonna go find him. Good luck. Take me back to the walk fast world. Haha. Life moves fast in the city, mainly in miles per hour. Doop doop. I need a pass for a casino, eh? Bet that homeless guy, Kitakata, has one. Imagine having a life where just bold text just proudly declares what you're going to do next with such certainty. I barely know what I'm going to do minute to minute. There's like a real comfort in the structure of like quests and things that have like a clear sequence to them and instructions. Like when you have to do like official paperwork for a government thing and you need identification and these other things and proof of insurance and address, or like 4 things that prove where you live or whatever the actual fuck they want and so on. There's like such a prep and uncertainty just to being like, okay, am I prepared? Do I know what I want and what I need? Because while phone trees and like being on hold is time consuming and annoying, but what's even worse is just the weird vague stress of like not knowing if you even have what you need for when they do pick it up or whatever. You're just like, I just need to know. I did transition to talking about phones, which doesn't make as much sense. I mean, because the example is more like going to a location in that case and being like, do I have all the things I need? Last time I needed to do something like this, I brought twice as much proof of residency as I needed, because I wasn't sure what would and wouldn't count, but I definitely didn't want to go through the whole process without, and then be wrong. So I will over-prepare as much as I can in the concern that I'm just doing something wrong. There's something kind of funny about how like video games take the problem of like solving world problems and beating the bad guy and going through a character arc, and they break it down into a series of individual, linear, simple objectives. And I think that's why, like, even when like video games feel like they're simulating work or something like that, they become a more soothing experience because they're either an expression of total freedom, do whatever the fuck you want, sandbox, or they're about doing hard things via a series of simple structured tasks, so it feels approachable in a way that people say to do in real life, but people struggle to actually do, because you have to also do that yourself. Structuring the problem for yourself is just another task on top of the problem. So anyway, enjoy weirdly real podcast, Alyssa. That. Take it from me, somebody who still has not set up a primary care physician in the town he moved to 4 years ago. I'm bad at being a functional adult, actually. Ah. Everyone's just staring at the no sign. It's stopping them too. My brain kind of went in the direction of just like, I know a few spots that will definitely have a collectible in them because they seem so regularly and obviously laid out that I'm like, I know exactly. Like they're like on a grid across the map, so like every semi-landmark just has it. But also the game, while I'm saying the thing that I just said because of the text popping up, I actually don't have a clear objective right now. In that I don't have a marker at least, so I do need to go find the thing. Okay, so they said there's a homeless guy in a covered shopping area, and I don't know if I've seen that location before, to be honest. But I'll also accept the idea that I probably just haven't been looking up that much to notice where the covered area is. There was a covered shopping area somewhere around here. Yeah, it's not very guided. I'm just looking for like an awning. That might not be the right word for it. Overhang. Figure they mean like the sort of half-piped dome-looking thing they have over some streets. Take me out! I dare you! I fought a bear. Any glittery spots? I'm nervous about exploring because everywhere I go, there's people that want to attack me, and I don't want to spend a minute in a fight every time I check a location. Can't go downstairs in this game. Good last game, but that wasn't Kamurocho. You might be able to go down. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. Like an alleyway that's covered. Or the main street sometimes. Oh, it could be either direction. Okay, so we're in the right spot now. There are a lot of people around, but I'm looking for the homeless guy. Oh! Captain Sparkles. You alright? Rich bastard. This guy seems loaded. I should beat him in the street. This is ethical. There's something very funny about how selectively... It might just be a gameplay mechanic of just a way to make some money, but like, there's something very funny about how this game is like this franchise is selectively negative towards rich people, but not Akiyama, who is a horrible person. Like, Akiyama is a terrible man, and he's framed as like the good rich guy, essentially. And there are just like a series of the good rich people and the bad rich people. And the good rich people pretty consistently wield horrifying amounts of power anyway, and also use that, especially in Akiyama's case, to like exploit people. I'm pretty sure that even the rich guy in Yakuza 0 wasn't especially a great guy. It's just he had a sympathetic motivation that he was doing, and he was like going on this justified mission while simultaneously not necessarily even being framed by the game as being the best dude. I think this is where the casino is. I think the homeless guy's gonna take me down this alley into that manhole. I do need to find the homeless guy. I'm gonna start talking to everyone now. He's not immediately obvious. Excuse me, do you have a minute? What do you want? I'm from the Tsukimino Tourism Board. Right now we're running a campaign to raise Tsukimino's profile as a tourist destination. Advertising campaign? Sounds like a good idea. Yes. I'd like to ask you to take some photos of places around Tsukimino that you think are must-see landmarks. The photos you take will be used in pamphlets and posters promoting Tsukimino as tourist destination. If you can shoot 5 sightseeing spots for me, I'll give you a fabulous gift. I'm not going to do this, though. I don't have a camera, though. No problem. We can lend you one. I have a high-end single-lens reflex camera to give you. Yeah, how much are you gonna charge me? Oh, I'll loan it to you for free. I don't need you to give me a... I do need you to give me a way to reach you in case something happens, though. Because there ain't any reason to turn him down, except for the fact that, like, in 5 minutes I'm probably going to Comracho. So this is a bit late to meet this guy. Yeah, I'll do it. Great, here's the can. Here's this... You already know what this mechanic is. We've done it before. Oh, are all of the recognizable people in the same spot? Ah, there you are, finding great places. Recommend an eatery. Do I know any? Nope. I guess that means I've never eaten anywhere. I haven't needed to, I guess. I heard there's a prisoner on the loose. You don't think they'd have canceled the snow festival because of that, do you? I'm trying to get my boyfriend to propose to me there. I hope they get the prisoner behind bars again soon. What is that ritual? Okay. Proposals are weird. Concept. I need to pick up some local gifts for friends back home. There's so much good stuff to choose from. Marimo. I beg your pardon? How about Marimo moss balls? That was my white elephant gift for someone at some point. That's a nice spot. Okay. Wow, shopping mall. Beautiful. How did you get that photo from down there? Proposals are weird because they're like presented in fiction as a thing you do publicly as a surprise to somebody, but that's actually like it's like a horrible thing to do to somebody. But the alternative where a proposal is not really a proposal, but just a thing you already pre-agreed on and you're doing it as a show, essentially, is also like defeats the purpose of the premise. I don't know, just get engaged. There. Is that Kiyotaka? Say, are you Kiyotaka? Why do you want to know? What are you accusing me of? Ain't accusing you of nothing. I just want a pass to get into the hidden casino at Ambitious. It's a bar. Well, you know, we homeless get accused of everything. That's if we're not getting outright ignored. Do you even know how many of us were in Hokkaido in January 2012? Sir, I don't even know what year it is now. Huh? Consider this a pop quiz for the prize you seek. It's a real number. The Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare counted us up. Quick, quick, how many? How many homeless? An exact number? This seems like too... I would not expect an entire region or town or whatever to have less than 100, honestly. This is wrong. I'm not talking unless you get it right. Wow. What does this fella want me to do? Research shit? What a loser. I'm supposed to learn things about the world's problems? It might actually just be a secret entrance at the bar, though. I'm just so used to like some alley with a trash with a sewer grate leading me inside or something. I don't think I'm getting any glitter here. Oh, this is the weapon shop. My senses are all off. There's a dead end and everything, and there's no glitter here. I feel bad when I knock somebody over, but at the same time, it just like they're so obviously crowd tech that they like spawn in front of you and behind you, like they clearly don't have continuity of existence moment to moment. So it's like it's really hard to fully sympathize that they're supposed to be a simulation of people. It's especially funny how whenever you're having a cutscene, they all just turn around and walk the other way every time they get within distance. All of them at the same point. It's a good way to get them out of the cutscene, but not the most. It's a bit of an odd moment. Almost like getting rid of the crowd entirely might be more effective. What the fuck's happening back there? There's like a T-pose. Oh my god! There's so many people in this alley. They're freaking out. What the fuck? Can't even turn around. I can't move! You fuckers! It's your funeral now! I do kind of wonder if it's a trick question. Because the cap is only 99, I'm like, what if the answer is 0? There's no homeless people in 2012, and it's like, oh, the recession or something. I've heard of like the Lost Generation and stuff like that, but not in that much detail. Don't necessarily know that much about Japanese history. Like to the point where like I didn't fully get the joke, I don't think, when I was playing Yakuza 0, that we were like the quest where Majima gives advice was like a joke about the bubble and how there was about to be a huge crash. And how like essentially the answers you give might canonically make Majima the source of the crash. Well, I just made double what I needed to get to that story quest. Actually, should I see if he sells anything good? I haven't really been to a store as Saejima because he's in prison all game. No, I don't want to buy the plates back. Damn. Not even expensive. Oh, I forgot that every time you buy something, it kicks you out. You gotta, like, tick how many of them you want. Kind of like when you go to, like, there's, like, I guess both Japanese and Chinese restaurants. Sometimes you just have, like, they just give you a big ticket thing, and you just, like, you just, like, write down how many of everything you want, instead of ordering via sorry, I'm reading things and speaking, and that's a bad combination every time. It's probably enough. I don't think. I imagine you can't wear multiple jackets or whatever. Yeah, I'm not wearing any equipment, which is probably not super helpful for my stats. But that one had big numbers. To some extent, this stuff's kind of fun because you get together with a group of people and you're ordering like a bunch of small things, so you just write them all down instead of trying to like get your order together for everybody. Souvenirs. Chocolate potato chips. Kari kari mada aru. Question mark? Oh, is it supposed to mean got more? It says, it leaves you asking, got more? So maybe it's not. I thought it was ambiguous whether or not it was the product. Was the suggestion. College cookies. Wow, those are some very educated cookies. Okay. Okay, so who can I ask around about this piece of information? I need to find that. Hello? Strange dancing people. I heard there's this great prisoner on the run. Seriously? This is totally like a real-life action movie. No wonder the cops are out in force. What if the prisoner took us hostage? You think my parents would pay the ransom? Alright. I hope you two have a happy future together. You. Dialogue, please. See the homeless guy over there? Boy, does he love booze. He's a stubborn old fuck, but I bet he'd mellow out if you offered him a drink. Can I not? So is it, maybe there's an alternate solution? Maybe I can get the number or get him a drink? Can't go inside this place. She didn't have drinks, right? That's the Let's see. Northern Lane. I don't know what that means. Okay. Gyoza King. My favorite. All right. Ambitious Bar. Wait. Are you telling me to go back? Okay. So Northern Lane is. Oh, it's probably bowling, isn't it? Maybe. It's right here. Let's just look at it. It's probably bowl. Yeah, it's bowling. All right. I'm not gonna get drinks at bowling. But if I go to a bar, you drink the drinks there. So I'm also not going to go back to Ambitious. So I need... probably... yeah, Don Quixote. Okay, so back across the street. I think Don Quixote serves bottled drinks. An alternative would be a convenience store. Which Don Quixote is kind of like, but I mean like the more like the gas station looking ones that don't have a gas station in front of them. I need the Don Quixote. Okay. They normally have a penguin branding? This is different from the one in Kamurocho. The inside's still chaos, though. Right, you just talk to this guy. You don't shop. Alright, you keep forgetting to continue down the list. Ramen. Jan Yakisoba Koku Sudas. Alright, Boss is a brand of coffee. I've gotten it in boxes before. Oh, this is an anti-hangover thing. Tea. More tea. Orangina! Cologne. It's just lemon drink? Is a highball... okay, that's definitely a drink. Malt, 2 types of hops. Okay. It's definitely premium. Okay, yeah, I went past them a little too fast. It quickly went from... there we go. I'll get him a malt. I associate highball with a type of drink at a bar. But without confirmation of, like, alcoholic sounding ingredients, or just saying alcohol, I get slightly worried that it's, like, some kind of flavor thing. That it's, like, for mixing, and not necessarily the actual alcoholic component. I don't drink. I don't fully abstain or reject it, I'll randomly drink once every now and then, but I don't make a habit. I'm the asshole that's at a restaurant, I'm like, they're like, would you like anything to drink? I'm like, beer? And like, what kind? And I'm like, and then somebody next to me orders for me. You again? You find out how many homeless there are? This guy's supposed to like booze, right? And give him some. Hey, you thirsty? Trying to ply me with alcohol, are you? I'm not falling for that shit. Okay, you can buy me a drink. That he fell through fast. Oh, this is mighty fine. Alright, lad, ask me anything you like. So, about that pass. Okay. Phone booth photo. What's this? A photo of a certain spot in town. Keep an eye out for it. It'll lead you to what you seek. Find the place in the photo. Got it. I saw the ice castle, so it's got to be up north. By the big thing. Excuse me. Two of the top things I lack opinions on are alcohol and cheese. Everyone has such specific... they go on like these long conversations about cheese preferences, and I'm like, it's not that they taste all the same and I don't notice anything. It's that I just don't remember what any of the cheeses are. Like, I don't, like, record that information at all. Not, like, universally, obviously. There's the whole American cheese isn't real cheese, and then like, it's definitely melted singles are very distinctly separatable from everything else. I mean, it's funny that I tried to Metal Gear Solid the Cops when I was here before, but when I came back a few weeks later, play the game again, I just kept running into the cops in accident and then not noticing. And when you do that, it's just kind of whatever. You're like, oh, it turns out you can't actually alert the cops. How do I look at the photo again? Is it my inventory? Not on my inventory. Is there a second tab of inventory stuff? Valuables. Ah. There it is. It's the one across the street. I had the angle right. Or whatever. Whoa. I didn't realize that I even am playing it at that point. I dodged so far away. Sup? Whoa! I forgot that I could do that. Ow. Whee! I gotta remember that one more. Forget we were fighting? Hanging out over there? Watching? Imagine forgetting about this objective and then being like, I gotta save the game, and then you're like, oh fuck the story. This phone booth. It's the one on the photo. Because I'm supposed to answer it. Hello. Go to the lottery kiosk. The passcode is 7 scattered losing tickets. Where's the lottery place? Oh, there's an arrow this time. Okay. Well, this has been the episode of whatever bullshit's been on my mind lately. Doop-a-doop. I think the takeaway is probably just that I don't use cheese when I cook anything. When everyone's like, what kind of cheese do you want? I'm just like, the one that goes with it. Because, what kind of cheese do you want on this pizza? I want pizza cheese. They don't ask me what the cheese I want when I buy pizza anywhere else. You guys have like a dedicated cutscene. You must be real assholes. Anyway, grabby grab. Oh, it didn't do the thing. Let's try again. There we go. Fuck you. Why did I miss? Who do you think I was fighting? Ow. Ah, my meter! You punk! I remember there was I just remember that there was one person that was like loudly like, it's like, stop doing that attack! Because I kept grinding people's face into the ground as Kiryu, and I'm like, I'm like, it's his ground heat action now. It's not my fault. Pressing Y when someone is down on the ground is the most common heat action in all of Yakuza, I think. And they made it horrific now. Enjoy! Hello, how may I help you? What the voice in the phone say? The first bit of the password was 7. Scattered. Losing tickets. 7 scattered losing tickets. Oh, I know what that means. Oh my god, we got the thing. May Lady Luck be with you. Appreciate it. Finally got the damn pass. Now back to ambitious. This was their way of making sure cops don't find them? Ah! Stop fighting me constantly. I'm trying to get anywhere and do anything in this episode. Ah, he doesn't like being grabbed. Well, I'll grab this guy. You ever think about that? Eh! Sure you can. Oh. Stop it. Or you're gonna get the dolly. The dolly pardon. You right? Oh, he's dead. I kicked him in the shin and he let out the brain. Alright, back to the casino. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the random people that just want to go gamble are gonna, like, get turned off by this massive process, but the person who actually... Oop, look at this graph. The people who are trying to investigate a secret underground place and bust it would probably go through these steps. It's just like an ARG. Like, it's not even a hard... apparently a hard one. It'd be a pretty entertaining day if you're a police officer to be like, oh, we're going on a weird fantasy ARG to catch this criminal underworld. That's like the most exciting thing in people's lives sometimes. They can't wait for exactly that thing to happen. Does this get me to the casino? Yep, you're good. Have a good time. There's entire communities built around how much people like ARGs. Please go on through. Or else. Oh. Only 2 days left till the snow festival. Nothing quite like knocking back a few drinks to keep warm in the biting cold. I hear there are going to be a lot of people there this year too. That's good. With all the sponsors ditching over the last few years, I was afraid the festival was going to flat out disappear or some shit. Say the big crowds this year were all because of the old man. Patriarch Kitakata. Kitakata. Yeah, apparently he scared up sponsors all across Hokkaido and didn't let up till the festival was fully funded. Hell yeah, that's our guy. Just need them to say where he is. Boss has got more connections than I can count. Shit, he's even had drinks with the mayor. Really? The mayor of Sapporo. Yeah. Trust me, I was there, man. The mayor. He treated Kitakata with total respect. As something to behold. Glad I'm in his family, and let me tell you. Well, the mayor should have some respect. This festival wouldn't even be happening without the old man. Also explains why he's a guest of honor. What? Now there's some useful info. You didn't know? Kitakata's gonna be in the festival opening ceremony with all the other guests in front of the special stage. Heh. Thank goodness it starts at noon. He hates getting up early. He also hates stuffed shirt events. Won't this be torture for him? For some reason he cheerfully accepted this particular invite. Yo. I thought I'd interrupt for some reason even though I'm looking for as much information as possible. Who are you? Doesn't matter. You say your boss is gonna be in the opening ceremony? What's it to you? Better not be looking to cause trouble for our old man. Nothing like that. I just want to talk to him about my sworn brother. Huh. Like I'm gonna believe that. Wait a second. This is about that Tojo officer, the dead guy? You know something about Majima? Huh. You're obviously a Tojo assassin going after our old man. That ain't it. Damn well, it better not be. There's nothing to know beyond what the news already reported. And now we gotta hold you until we're sure you're not a threat. Always wanted to be held. Let's get him, boys! Oh no, they're threatening to hold me. Are you gonna rub my back while I cry it out? Oh fuck, get off me. Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to reject that. That's exactly... I realized I just failed to commit to the bit. Sorry, I had to do this. But I gotta know the facts about my sworn brother. And only Kitakata himself knows those facts. Fuck you. He doesn't know when to quit. Don't think this is over, we'll hunt you down. You can't escape the Kitakata and Tsukimino. Great, now they'll be tailing me. Congrats, Saejima, you got 0 additional information, but you did aggro them when you could have just stealthed away and been like, oh, look at this intel I got. Alright, got some intel on Kitakata. I'm back to Polaris. Oh, that's also the trigger for more side quests, apparently. 3 of them, right here in the same alley and nowhere else in town. I guess that's where the remaining 3 are? Wasn't I at, like... I'm at 11 out of 15. Okay. That's interesting. Hello? Are you a side quest? You this? Oh, you stand out a lot, Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, Little Match Girl. This is some kind of story that I still keep not learning, but it keeps coming up in narratives and the whatnots. I'm just gonna Google Little Match Girl. Little Match Girl. We'll get like a 1-paragraph summary, probably. Little Match Girl is a literary fairy tale by Danish poet and author Hans Christian Andersen. The story about a dying girl's dreams and hope. Been adapted to animated live action, even VR films and television musicals. I want a summary. Summary. No, not Sunday. I'm really bad at swipe typing, even though it's the only way I type. Very good at things. A young girl is set out by her impoverished parents to sell matches on the last evening of the year. She's barefoot, for she had lost her slippers. One has simply gone missing, and the other was stolen by a boy who says he will use it to cradle as a cradle for his own future children. You're gonna use the shoe as a cradle for the... What? This is not a short summary like I thought it would be. Fuck. I'm not good at live Googling on my phone. The phone is like... Phones are the worst. They're just really... They're so much worse than desktop, but I'm playing this on desktop, and I don't want to, like, risk breaking something about the setup. On New Year's Eve, when everybody was busy celebrating candles, Christmas trees, and delicious dishes, in the bitter cold outside, a poor little girl, unable to earn a single penny that day, selling matchsticks, sat down on the ground. She was shivering in the cold, so she lighted a matchstick to keep herself warm, but to her surprise, she saw different visions. A great iron stove, a roasted goose, a Christmas tree, her lost grandmother, and the light every time she lighted a stick. In the morning, people found the girl frozen to death, still holding the matches in her hand. Oh boy. That's rough. It's about poverty, hunger, and helplessness. This is, anything else can get way too long, way too fast. Alright. Oh, hello. Would you like some matches? They're, very good for making fire. Very good, little girl. A match seller in this day and age? Is this a joke? I'd be so grateful if you bought some, sir. Please? How much? It's only 100 yen a box. But if you only want a few, that would be good too. Sure, I'll take a box. Oh, thank you. Must be tough doing this in the cold. You trying to be the little match girl, eh? Like in the story? Yes! I thought maybe I could do it just like her, with the matches we have at home. What? What? Don't be like her. That's horror. What? That's cute. A nice way to play pretend. Oh, I'm not playing pretend. I need money so I can buy a Christmas present for Mama. I'm gonna die in the cold for her. Really? Where's your mom now? At work. She works during the day, and then at night, too. Because Papa's not with us anymore. Your pa's not around? Papa got sick and died a long time ago. That's why I'm the only one who can buy a present for Mama. Yeah, I understand. You're a good soul, little lady. By all rights, a kid like you should just be looking forward to your own gifts. Don't work yourself too hard. Look at you. You're shivering. I'm okay. Mama works a lot harder for me every day. Please buy more matches for me another time. I'll be here every day. Can't talk to her again. I guess this will pay off later? Why is it starting so late then? So what is the question mark in the bar? Shit. This is what it all comes down to. Hey, barkeep, hit me with another. Arasaki-san, maybe that's enough. Oh, come on now. You want a drink too, if you were me. It's too much. It's not good for you. Not to worry, my man. The next one's it. Last one, I swear. You promise? Okay, just one more. My hero. You are my champion. That's why you're on that side of the bar, and a loser like me is getting tipsy on this side. This man's way past tipsy. Best to stay away. Let's immediately get involved. Hold up. Huh? You are... Oh no. Forgetting your phone. Huh? No, got mine on me. Must be someone else's. Oh yeah. Probably belongs to someone who got too drunk. That's just such a careless thing to do. You know? Somebody will steal it. Bad people are all over the place, you know. Not all of them get caught, that's for sure. Sounds like you're well into the bottle yourself. Huh? Well, doesn't matter if a loser like me gets careless. Looks pretty down on something. Maybe I ought to hear his story. Huh? You want something? He looks pretty down on something. She said that. Say, what's making you drink like that? What's it to you? Every man needs a drink now and then. There's a proper way to drink, and it ain't no way to lift your spirits. What happened? You really want to know? Yeah. Nothing happened. I'm just not much use anymore. So what else is there for me to do but drink? What, you lose your job or something? No. I might as well have. A perp I'd been chasing for years suddenly went poof. Perp? Are you a detective? That I am. Detective Arasaki. The Tsukimino Police Department, at your service. Ah, shit. What do you look so surprised for? Detective can't enjoy a drink on his own time? No, of course he can. Guess he hasn't cottoned on to me being a wanted man. No surprise, considering how wasted he is. 35 years I've been a detective. And for most of it, I've been after this one perp. Catching him came to be my purpose in life. 35 years. That's a long time. You bet. I knew his habits so well. I could predict his next heist to the day. On one of those days, I tailed him. I was sure it was finally gonna happen. I was gonna catch him red-handed. Right before my eyes, the unthinkable happened. The unthinkable? Yeah. A bastard went somewhere I could never get him. He had everything riding on this. Seriously? I was this close to fulfilling my dream, but after 35 years, it just slipped through my fingers. Now here I am, facing retirement. My career's gonna end without me ever accomplishing a damn thing. So, you get it now? Don't bother this losing for sobbing into a drink. That's all I have. Arasaki-han, was it? Yeah. Arasaki-han, tell me this. If you could have caught that one perp, would you really all of a sudden be satisfied with your whole career? Damn right. Something wrong with that? So petty. What did you say? The hell do you know? I banked everything on nailing that bastard. Obviously, you're not a man of ambition. If you were, you understand what it feels like to have your dream crushed. I feel like the person's gonna be someone ironic, like he was trying to find Saejima, but he went to jail. He was trying to get Majima, but he died, or something like that. My dream. Yeah, your dream. I have one. My dream is to work with my brother, and together make the Tojo clan strong again. Why are you saying this out loud? That was my dream, but not now. See, that Tojo clan I mentioned, it's a neighborhood baseball club. We used to be really good, you know? Oh, good. He's asleep. This is a problem. I have to close up soon. I don't know, slap him. I'll take him out of here and find him a taxi. Oh, thank you. That is very helpful of you. No problem. Come on, Arasaki-han. Time to go. What? He's just sitting on the ground. It's cold. Where am I? You're awake. I was asleep? Sorry about that. You're kind of a handful, aren't you? Sorry. I wish I had an excuse. Someone help! Purse snatcher! It's time for you to remember your calling in life. Oh. Where the hell's he going? Arasaki-han. Now I gotta chase him. He just booked it. I thought you were falling apart. What the fuck? Alright. You stay down. You eat shit. What? Hey, check it out. Ryota got busted. Oh, that was the purse snatcher, not the woman. I'm like, whoa, my god, they took her out. What a fuck up. Ha! Told ya. I win. Pay up. What the hell? Master-san, what are you talking about? Okay, Yusuke, your turn. I won't fuck it up like Ryota. Wait, Master-san, help me. You serious? I only did it because you told me to, Master-san. I don't associate with fuck-ups, loser. Come on, let's go. But... Hey, are you two with him? You're not going anywhere. What's that, fucker? Thanks for your help, Saejima. This drunk's a wimp. Ugh. Arasaki-han, you alright? Could I be any more pathetic? Lost my dream, pushed around by a couple of punks. You're drunk. I should have realized I was never man enough for this job I did for decades. Arasaki-han. Haha, get a load of this. The old drunk's knocked on his ass, crying about lost dreams. I can't believe it. How'd you get to be that old without facing up to being the loser you are? I'm embarrassed for you, old man. Real talk. Man, I won't ever grow up to be like you, man. Wow, they're really vicious. Okay, let's boogie on out. Hold it. Why are you doing this sort of thing? I don't know who you are, but I'll kick your ass. You steal out of boredom, you leave your mate behind. What are you trying to do?
Huh?
Put that down? What's the goal here? The dream.
Yeah.
Dream? Do I look like a fucking girl? Everything's cool if I'm having fun now. Who gives a shit about the future? Guess that answers that. Life ain't all milk and honey, you know. No guarantee of success. I know it, because I'm just like Arasaki-han. I chased a dream and I failed. Just days ago. What? But that joy of fulfilling a dream? If you want a chance of feeling it, you gotta have a dream in the first place. You got nothing like that. So I got no right to mock those who do. It's worse aspiring to be something. Don't matter how many times you come up short. It's worth aspiring. He really believes what he's saying. You're lecturing me now? Get off your soapbox, fucker. Yo, let's shut him up. Yeah, I would enjoy it. Guess how this goes, like always. Is it gonna magically spawn more people like it does sometimes? Or it's just these two people about to have a bad time? You get the bike! I'm back. This snow may have saved you for now. Hi. Time to get this business scooter. I just noticed that it's called that. It's a scooter for business. Business scooter is one of the funniest things I've ever heard of. Thank you so much. This is the first time I've appeared in this cutscene, despite it being the... Oh. Alright, bye. Sorry I got you involved in this. Not to worry. You alright now? Yeah. Good. I'll be leaving. Wait a moment. Please. The hell's he want? What you said. It woke me up, I swear. It was like a kick to the head. Huh? There's no guarantee of success, but you still have to try, because only those who work hard even have a chance. I blame the perp for taking away my purpose, but it was me, not him, who decided there was nothing else I could possibly do in life. Arasaki-han. If only I'd realized this sooner. Now retirement's bearing down on me. I don't have time to make a new dream come true. What are you saying? You're a great detective. Huh? As soon as you heard that woman screaming, you took off like a shot and caught the guy, even though you were stumbling drunk. That was just instinct. There was crime happening right before my eyes. I couldn't stand there and do nothing. You helped someone in trouble. Ain't that the essence of detective work? Chasing your perp for all those years. Was it really just about catching the biggest fish in the sea? Or was it about protecting people from criminals? Have you ever heard the word propaganda? Just because you lost the dream of arresting one criminal, it don't take away the bigger dream of protecting this town. You still got plenty of work to do. You're right. Absolutely right. Somewhere along this hunting path, I've walked for so many years, I lost sight of my true quarry. Maybe if the perp had been even more dangerous, I wouldn't have lost my way so badly. What was he like? Oshima's his name, aka businessman Haihachiro. He means old man Oshina from prison. Ha, see, you've heard of him. Legendary thief, with over 15,000 counts of theft and no arrests. I'm just trying to think about that. Okay, that's a theft every single day for 45 years. Isn't it? I'm doing soft math, like 365 times 3. I'm just taking it to be equal to 100 for simplicity's sake. I mean 1,000. So I'm just like, okay, that's so times 3. So that's 45,000 consecutive days of theft. Right, not 45 years. Wait, no. Yes. 15,000 consecutive days of theft is 45 years straight of thefts. Unless there's more than one per day? Like, what the fuck? Legendary, I guess, is fitting at that point, because that's impossible. That's no one has ever existed of that kind. That is some, like, you have to be the protagonist of a TV show where nobody ages because it's so popular for so long that Yuffie is the same age for 20 years, and Detective Conan's the same age for 20 years, and Bart Simpson's the same age for 20 years. That's how you have that many years of like, stuff happening. That's right, if you believe the rumors. You don't think they're true? Nah, think about it. To pull out 50,000 thefts, that would take over 40 years of doing one job a day. That's ridiculous. Alright. Where'd the rumors come from? Well, he was what you might call a gentleman thief. He'd only steal from other crooks. Businessman Haiichiro was a gentleman thief. He steals mainly from politicians and bureaucrats, all of them with shady reputations. There's even proof. Not one of them filed a report about the thefts because it would have exposed their own corruption. But of course, they weren't just going to take the hit either. They used their considerable influence to demand the capture of big bad businessman Haiichiro. And that's how they turned the gentleman thief into public enemy number 1. I see. Haiichiro's identity has been known for a long time, actually, but he's a genius not leaving a shred of evidence that could be used against him. Since we couldn't nab him on that front, we wanted to get him on other charges, but he was squeaky clean. Okay, so I was already bringing up the propaganda angle of just like how like fiction constantly shows cops doing something that they almost never actually do in real life, which is stopping a crime. Because like in reality, a crime occurs and then they arrive way later and are like, so that's what happened. I'll write down this report. Yeah, not much we can do about it. You'll probably never see your stuff again or whatever. Like, obviously people become wanted murderers and like there's like elements of like stuff, like it's not like the cops do nothing, but like the idea that they're gonna show up during a crime and prevent it from happening is incredibly rare, because like it's just not logistically possible most of the time. But that's the number one way that they're presented in fiction, is that they like there's two archetypes basically. There's the hard-boiled detective that does a bunch of incredibly specific investigation stuff and tracks down a guy that's wanted via like incredibly like Hollywood style storytelling and actions that they don't generally take. And then there's the idea that they just like roll up on crimes and stop them like right on the spot, like, oh, all you have to do is yell when something bad happens, and then a cop is just there because apparently they just spawn like in Cyberpunk the video game, like right behind the criminal. So it's like this, it's like the presentation of what's happening is fictional. So I was already like wanting to talk about that a bit, but now there's this incredibly convoluted and kind of bizarre, strange morality where like there's a guy who's he's public enemy number 1, but he only stole from other criminals and none of them filed a report against him for the thefts. So he's the number 1 criminal that simultaneously has 0 like records of him committing any crimes. And I don't even mean like that you could pin on him. I mean like there's no record of the crimes happening because there's no reports. So like the crimes themselves aren't reported at all, but they're also only against people that are themselves enemies of the police. And so it's like, why would he become the number 1 person you'd be interested in when you even are well aware of the fact that the criminal organizations that he's stealing from are the ones that are behind the entire incentive structure to track him down. So you know you're specifically fulfilling the wishes of those criminal organizations, and yet you're like, let's go. I'm just so confused. I'm so confused by this choice. Like maybe he should give up on his dream. Maybe his dream is stupid, actually. Like when we get down to it, I'm like, oh, you dedicated most of your life to trying to catch a criminal that was basically he's either a neutral or positive force, basically, because he's only fucking with these criminal organizations, and there's no police reports for his crimes, and you're like, why was this your life's work? That's on top of the fact that we know the guy and we like him at this point too. So, the higher-ups prodded Hayachiro's employer into firing him. They figured if he lost his job, he'd have to pull some petty jobs to stay afloat. So he really was a working stiff wearing a suit and tie. Sure was. And he couldn't tell his wife why he got fired. He kept it from her for over 30 years. Just pretended he wasn't fired for 30 years. What an incredibly long time. If everybody knows who he is, you think all these criminal organizations would just kill him. He's not Kiryu. Like, he's just a really good thief. But he apparently worked a day job, and his identity was known. Like, if they were that mad at him, they would just kill him. A thing that happens in Yakuza, right? What a fool. He wasted his life trying to stick it to the man. Ended up with nothing to his name but infamy and disgrace. I shared a damn cell with him for over a year. Didn't suspect a thing. He played the part of a regular old man perfectly. Whatever the case, a crime's still a crime. His victims may have been shady, but they're still citizens protected by the law, even though all of them should be in jail, because they're all very specifically people who committed crimes, apparently according to this narrative. But we're not going to enforce that on them, probably because they're Yakuza family, and they are just like a weird, like, paralegal, publicly criminal organization people that just exist around. There's so much to untangle about this mess. You're gonna judge him when you've dedicated your life to going after him, when it's still like, imagine dedicating your life to a thing where you explain to people and they're like, really? Why? And they're like, it's the principle of the thing. It's like, okay, cool. Just thought you'd had cooler dreams, man. I felt it in my duty, as a detective, to pursue him. He'd threatened the town's peace. To put him behind bars, to me, would be justice. Threaten the town's peace by being a non-violent criminal. Okay. A thief who sacrificed his own honor for justice, and a detective who was pursuing justice on behalf of thieves. Is this the plot of Lupin? Maybe? I've never watched Lupin. Any of the Lupins. But I'm like, this sounds like it might be that dynamic. I don't know. Is this a reference? Like the Matchstick Girl? Years passed until that fateful day 3 years ago. Maybe he knew I was tailing him. It doesn't matter now. I watched him head to the police station wearing his usual suit. He turned himself in. I couldn't believe it. There he was in police custody. This was supposed to be the moment I'd been waiting for 35 years. But you see, he went where I could never collar him. He was collared. No, but I wanted to do it. Sure, but he still got collared, didn't he? Where was my justice? You're not wronged! You were never wronged at any point of this process. You don't deserve justice. I hate this character at this point. He's such a fucking disaster. What is this? Where was the meaning in my 35 years? You did other shit. You know? It's like... It's like how I'm doing like drawings every now and then in the background, and it's like, where's my justice? My drawings never made me world famous. It's like, I don't know, I just like drawing sometimes. It's just a thing I was doing in addition to the other stuff I was doing. You were doing other stuff. You were just like working that case every day all the time. Like, I was crushed seeing how you want to hear crushed. He probably doesn't know your name or who you are. That's how little effect you had on his life. You did nothing. You spent all this time doing nothing. Not even the result being nothing. You were kind of just doing nothing the whole time. I was crushed seeing how pointless it all was. How little my life meant. That's when I took the bottle. Arasaki-han. But that changes today. You slapped me awake. I'm here to do more than just catch Haihachiro. I'm here to uphold the justice I believe in, which we've established is a very shaky code, and protect people by being within earshot when they yell. I'll do more of that, honestly. I'll just walk up and down this street all day, and when people yell, which is pretty common in the Yakuza universe where I get attacked every 30 seconds, I'll help out. You should do that. Do that. Don't go back to the office. Just bad, don't. So I'll keep being a detective, and I'll keep fighting evil. That's what evil's not a good word. Like those purse snatchers. Purse snatchers are inherently evil. You can tell because we invented fucking weirdos that do it for funsies and not like people that are actually have. Now, no part of this quest is going to deal with any concept of systemic injustice or people that actually need money to survive and might turn to criminal activities that are non-violent for purposes of survival. We've made squeaky clean versions of crime where you've either got street hooligans that attack people for funsies, and you've got a white collar criminal that's Robin Hood, except for I don't remember if he ever gave it to the. Oh my god, that guy's freaking out in the background. I don't know if he ever gave it to the poor at all, or just stole it for fun, but he only steals from other criminals, and never hurt anyone directly. So like this, it's like everyone's just having crime for fun in this universe, in this guy's universe at least. There you go. Now, you just, now you got the look of the other detectives I've known, a look of conviction. Because I'm going to convict so many people, which is easy because of how whenever you take someone to court, there's like a 90% rate of conviction in court, as established by the judgment game. Which is the closest we've come to trying to interrogate any of this mess. Is that so? Thanks. Didn't think I'd get a pep talk from an escaped convict. What? You knew? I might be a drunk, but I'm still a cop. You think I wouldn't recognize a wanted man? And you're not arresting me? What, are you stupid? I radioed the station a short while ago. If you don't start running now, you're gonna find yourself surrounded by uniforms. You gotta start bluffing better than that. Next time I see you, you'll be in cuffs faster than you can blink. I'm still a detective, and you're still a criminal, but I'm gonna give up on that entire code that I was just talking about right now. Alright, appreciate it. Don't run on the ice! We've established canonically you can't run on that ice. Okay, bye. That quest was a lot.